because it's the only grandfather, is the only ancestor who died for her before. You be quiet. Your palm wine, Pammy, and you know, Bokor Lynette McMurray and Bobby McMurray. You're calling me an Asia. No, if you are drinking your medicine, you can drink it. But you stop today.
No, antibiotics.
This one is small, you know, kill antibiotics. Where is my small phone? You are charging it?
Yes.
Okay. And you say I'm borrow. I don't buy. As a mouse, I have a guy. Quite so that be so close up to you. And you? You pray, the whole cocoa, fetch one cocoa. You pray and pray, one single drop will not drop on the ground. Then you say, take it.
God is in the truth.
You call them, maybe the dog where they are waiting. You call them, they always, then after that, you say, hey, then, wow. One single drop set will not drop for ground.
We no respond like very time.
Next time.
One way. No, you are how many bring back? I thought you were on each other. Be no waste to. But I'm a better like the Libya no way Konamon. Yeah, going to be a mistake, but I don't do a mistake. But if you at back where I get a 7 factor and I'm a track back. Did she hear? But I do my parent, I'm a child of communion, who just look at me like you about you. Do what I do. In what are they? Over there, no, I mean, like Lynette Tony, McMurray Tony, over Honor, Lynette. Oh, Lynette. Bokor Lynette.
Bokor Lynette.
Very paternal side.
Paternal side.
Young for the country.
Saint Omar.
You are my baby, Arela Saint Omar.
Arela Saint Omar.
Atta husbands.
Atta husbands.
Rumelia Elwin.
Okay.
Rumelia Elwin.
Rumelia Elwin.
Bernard Elwin.
Bernard Elwin.
Perry husbands.
Perry husbands.
Janetta husbands.
Okay.
Janetta husbands.
Janetta husbands. Okay.
No, we are my baby next.
Via my belly next.
All the people on the paternal side should come and eat them on the paternal side. Agba me.
Kakwe, Madeline Rosemary.
Okay. Bokor Lynette.
They do banana no. Nuka. Inokpaji.
Maternal side.
Maternal side. About my bear.
Madeline Rosemond.
Madeline Rosemond.
Yeko.
Okay. Agbarikana.
Okay. That's a friend.
Bokor Linet. Very long.
Amabe Manuel.
Amabe Manuel.
Nazario. Peter Mason. Elizabeth Smith. Willie Jean-Louis.
Yeah.
Agba. Deka.
Okay. Bobby McMurray. On paternal side.
Maggie Barnes.
Maggie Barnes on his paternal side.
Agba. Deka.
Your maternal side.
Nokpaji. James Foster.
McMurray. Nokpaji. James
Foster.
Foster.
Nobi Foster.
Mary E. Brown.
Sarah Lee Foster. Caroline Johnson. Mary Ann McMurray.
McMurray. Okay. Okay. Agbarikana miaolo.
Maternal side from Bobby McMurray.
Yeah.
Okay. So call for right now.
Yeah. Eliha Ezerekai.
Palm wine.
Yeah, palm wine. Actually, Ezerekai nami. Agutesi. Actually, kanami. Mi abechi yilo. Mi aho, mi akolasi. Mi anu, mi adumo. Eche. Ezerekai nami.
Is it, are you getting it? Because I need to send it to them. All right. Okay, pass back. Malcolm is for the Vivian because is the only grandfather, is the only ancestor who died for her before. You be where? Your palm wine, Pammy, and you know, Bokor McMurray and Bobby McMurray. You're calling me an Asia. No, if you are drinking your medicine, you can drink it. But you stop today.
Antibiotics.
This one is small, you know, okay, antibiotics. Where is my small phone? You are charging it?
Yes.
Okay. Ando say I'm borrow. I don't buy. As a mouse, I agbaga. Nkwa mi abeso da bi. So nklolo apetito yiro.
Enyo. In this world, if you acquire bad
in this world, if you acquire bad karma, what is karma? Reactions to your actions that you take. Whether it's a good action or bad action, you will have a reaction. If it is a good action that you have taken, then the reaction should be a good reaction. And if it is a negative things you have done or actions that you took are negative, then definitely there will be negative reactions. So when your actions are negative and you were not able to atone for all those negative actions while you were still physically alive, when you are born back into this world, your inner soul, your destiny, your atma, whatever, your inner self will go to a particular direction, will be born in a place where you will have to pay for the actions that you did in your past life. Or let's say you go and reap the seeds that you have sowed in your past life. So it is not that you will be born, if you are born in, let's say you are born in a Nicole family, and that's the name, are the names of your ancestors. There is a possibility that in your past life you were not a Nicole, or you were not from the Nicole family, you as an individual. So you may not be part of that Nicole family, but because of your actions that you took in your past life, your destiny has chosen to bring you to this Nicole family. And if there is any things for them to atone for, you will be part of it to pay for. And I think this is how far I can describe generational curses. Generally, it is your karma that leads you to where you should be born, so that you can continue your life, physical life, as well as your spiritual life from there. That's why I said in explaining to Shamba that sometimes you may be born a black person this time, but maybe in your next life you may not be born a black person. And then you will go to a place where if your karma or your actions that you have taken in this life are good, you may go to a place where you can have more peace, more happiness to begin with. But if your actions were bad in your past life, then definitely, of course, you will be born in a particular place, in a particular era, where you will have to face the consequences of your actions, the reactions to your actions that you had taken in the past. That's why I do not believe in heaven and hell. The heaven is here and the hell is also here. You may see that some children were born blind. And some were even born crippled. They cannot walk. They cannot even see. And sometimes they cannot even talk or hear. Do you know what they did in their past life before they were born this way this time? You cannot tell. But nature is not wicked. And nature doesn't forgive. That's why when people do bad things and then go to church or go to mosque or go to any religious person that I want to confess my sin so that I can be free. The person that you hurt is the person you have to go and beg. to forgive you. You cannot go and kill someone's child and then come to church and beg the pastor to forgive you. And the pastor say, oh, once you believe in the blood of Jesus Christ, you are forgiven. It's a lie. It doesn't happen. Those things cannot happen. You reap what you sow. So generational curses may be just your karma, things that you did in your past life, and you are coming into this life to continue to pay it off. And until our inner selves are very pure and our life is very pure, we will continue going in this circle of death and birth for a long time until we get to the point where we will come again, and maybe the way we will be born, we will not create any actions whereby the reactions will come and disturb us. So this is my take on generational curses. Because if your father did something bad, why should you pay? It's not you. If your mother did something bad, why should you pay? It's not, you didn't do it, you were not even in the picture. So why should it be you who will come and pay? It is you. Whatever action you have done in your past is what directs you to fall into the birth of that particular father. People knew that he has done something bad. It is your destiny who brings you there to pay. Nothing goes without being seen. Nothing goes at the blind side of destiny. Everything is recorded, and you pay for it, whether in this lifetime or in another lifetime. And if you are very lucky and spirit well is in your favor, every negative action you do, you pay immediately as cash and carry. It doesn't wait for you. But that one will be so severe, you will feel like, why should I be doing this spiritual work because of that, and these things are still happening to me? Because your spirit well wants you to relieve or redeem all your debt quickly, so that when you pass on, you will not have any karmic debt to come and pay. And it is only that you can come back and continue on a good footnote than on a bad footnote. So, big sister Alona Nicole, that's my take on this. So, whatever action you take, whether knowingly or unknowingly, you have to pay. Thank you very much. Your teacher or your Bokor, your masters should be able to tell you when you are initiated into Fa. They should be able to guide you. Unless, of course, you were given Fa without you being there physically, which is actually not possible, unless, of course, maybe you were in your mommy's tummy when Afa was given to you. Then, of course, you don't know. But the people who had initiated you, once you are born and you are growing up, they are supposed to be telling you. When you want to feed your Afa, you do a spiritual consultation with your Fa to find out what your Fa wants you to use in feeding it, and when your Afa wants you to feed it. There are situations that you can feed your Afa now, and within 2-3 days' time, your Afa again will ask you to feed it again. It depends on what your Afa has seen and wants to work on it for you, and needed something to energize it to work on your behalf. So I can't tell how many times Afa can be fed. You have to ask your Afa, and it will tell you. Thank you very much, Joe's Lord. And then we have a marvelous, move it up, a documentary that we made some time back with Middlebury College in the US, in Vermont, Middlebury College, where my children were students there. Senna was student there, even before Pele went in, from Middlebury College. It's on YouTube and on some of our African Magic Pen too. It's called Like a Knife, where I analyze Voodoo as a knife. Knife can do good thing. It can cook, you can use it to cut grass, you can use it to peel apples, or use it for any good thing. But that same knife can also be used in killing people, destroying other lives, and all this. And so spirituality is like a knife. It has a good side, it has a bad side. But it is not the spirituality that is good or spirituality that is bad, but it is the person whose hands are holding that knife, or the person who is doing the practices. There are people who use this African traditional spirituality in order to destroy other people, and they succeed. And then there are also people who use this same African traditional spirituality to enhance life and to help people and to do good things. So spirituality itself is not bad, but it depends on the hands or the minds that are practicing it. If we look at the history of Christianity, which had been a very barbaric history, when Christians go killing people in the name of God, to them, they were doing good things, especially the Catholic Church had massacred millions and millions of people around the world, took people's properties, destroyed people's backgrounds, forcefully converted people into their way so that they can dominate and extract from them. So they call it spirituality, but in reality, if we have to look at it from a very critical angle, we will call it bad spirituality, in the sense that it was only to dominate and to destroy, to control. But you know, when you are born in such creed, or you are born in that kind of society, it is very difficult for you to look at it from that angle that it was negative. But that's where you were born from, so you think that everything is rosy, rosy, rosy. When you go to the Mayan Empire, is it the Mayan Empire? A lot of things that had happened in their books, their knowledge, informations were all destroyed by Catholic Church. So that indigenous knowledge must not be there anymore. And when people from these cultures grow up, they are struggling. Go to the Americas. When the Europeans went to America, it destroyed the native culture, killed people, wiped the cultures away, forced them to become like Europeans, or make them slaves in such a way that the human being, they lost their own identity and lost confidence in themselves. And today, they are still struggling. And they'll tell you, oh, those people, they are only good for drinking. They are always drunk. But who introduced the alcohol to them? The same thing had happened in China when the British introduced opium to China in order to destroy them. So there are so many things that spirituality had done, or the people using the name of God or using spirituality to do evil. It's happening. It has happened, and it's still happening. So there is spirituality. It can be used for good and can also be used for bad. That's what I can say. Thank you. Simple libation in my mother tongue, because it makes it easier for me to say it in my mother tongue, because there are some words cannot be translated into any other language. That's why when you go to learn a particular spirituality, if you want to be good in Islam, you have to learn Arabic language. If you want to be very good in Hinduism, you have to learn Sanskrit and sometimes Bengali and any other Indian languages that are related to Hinduism. And if you want to be a very good Christian, you have to be good in Christianity. You have to learn English language and sometimes Hebrew. So that is what it is. So I will speak in my mother language, which is more easy and comfortable for me. Thank you very much, everybody. Oh, Maduago Zeto. Mayomauga Sogolisa, Mayomauga Kitikata, Mayomauga Se. I say Joto, Ame Joto, I say Nanu, Ame, Setenanu, Ame. Woman of heavy, Dokon of heavy. Woman of heavy, maybe an anu, Dokon of heavy, or Benal, Dokon of heavy, maybe an woman of heavy, or Benal. I say Mayo, Mayo Senya Popolipo, said at Tafia. I say Gla, Ame Gla, I say Georgie, Ame Georgie. Say Nanu, Ame, Setenanu, Ame. Woman of heavy, Dokon of heavy, Mayo, I think I'm talking. May your shame a handful of sugar, send me for a sugar table to a go. Your Abraxas, Abraxas, Mayos, your triple dog, your cadret of Vimacuna, who over Soto, who over Soto, who over Soto, Cameo Maduago. Emayo, Miano, Zogia, and Yizuka Kachikas Bajatre, Mialafa, when you go home of your Nakakalo, when you're in Bam Majofro, for playing Bamadu Adika, when you have Teku. Edgar. Oh, my, a kind bitch, you put time all over kind of what kind, what kind, throw over kind, what kind. Do you have a kind by me or Tabaka, the kind? But if I remember, I had no lock of problem, don't you fit of a swimming to dodge you, Miami Nuda, Miami Hopbow, Miami Bow, Miami Kakwa, Pameo, Zango, Miami Pavira certificate. I am your job at Jomaku, for coming volume on your chimney volume, Belu. Kukuluku atole fofome jogo nyo hebelo jogo nyo metona ya moju to anukwara kwe benyi ole feme botoba jo tuzo kule duwoma no tafere ka jopata beli hafi ejuvomba jo nyi jopata ofifia jopata metrona megbeda molo abifa be elie dina jopata neno anyi afimia ajolo jopata jopata nyi atafeme yo mesime bo jido tetawele ntafa kwelu tizubolu ajima obojukulo doja lo fan comme Valentin famelo va alojo na pefu ago sakpate meyo atigeli meyo guru di meyo rakete la fia e meyo amaga sese ngeja pasese sisi to geje ahwa o meyo brahini meyo gbo chi meyo ngbe foli ko mo reke gbo le do kuri chekuma kama nga to benyo kuto bena fana milo meyo tonye kasi poku akubia na nyemeri akoso ago ku foni ko geje tasinya amo si fusi jam koso abra kobra mama nye bojo imba tabonya kwa kukufi tabonya kubia mensa mama nye dori ya pembe peku na kuto mene fanani oya penye Celestine ya wakubia Katrina kubia fonya sese kodi fonya ya bena kubia kuto mene fanani lo eme yo miasron ya mwachi chachufe ya kubia Sicilia kwene kata mensa kuto mene fanani eme yo awu no tuji bako tuji tabu tuji meyo lo kuto mene fanani yo bako ada fliso sofa hu aguvi bako afacha wajoge kuto mene fanani yo hono le va akpo hono le gbe avaga to bia maze kuto mene fanani yo to bia nani tretulo jita to bia Abraham jivinu le chama to bia fia to si man kabila benya nsi agotime kuto mene fanani dagbe jime yo mi la mesenje me yo mi dagbe jime yo mi lo ngogbe yi jime yo mi lo kwera gbe vira gba si dagbe kaka be jije me la ngogbe yi me yo mi lo kuje me yo mi lo dojo kwera gbe vira gba si dagbe jime yo mi lo la mesenje pa bidiro yo mi yo Daniel evie pe mare la gbaro yo amaga kokuwa na tovi ankaima yo happy akoso baji yo Harrison George ajovu for harana mi on kakake yo kokomla azuma agbori kutobane fanami o me yo trevi vio me yo brahini vio geje vio kubia vio gbe vio po ijimele bachu nya ngwa teshi mate mama te turu carpenter road vio boy goro no pete ba kwa kutobane fanami eme yo amochi sakra kama cho ababe adogo okotokolido nko awa kulumaku awa gbeno to be yo ale acho ofran tamani ofifini ko bisinkra okofito jabaku ochotu akoficho he kofi atra kable meyomi me to be ho bato ngba Voodoo to ra ho ibu na ya sapasa de kunyo hoto oshinyo hoto kere ku meyomi dagwe jime yomi lulu eme yo kulo go ho chiche ya to be glimdo ya to pechuma nya mle ba ha dagwe agbebonu ne fana mimi no lo dagwe eme yo akla ku ntosi na halo eme yo aklama ji to aklama we viji aklama so re cha aklama eme yo gogli be ji to mo pe Mayo mi obeti mayo akpo aholovi akpo tu akpo he akpo mayo ora keke mo ko hare yo zi bizaba bodoko no gaji gabo bolo jagra ovu mayo ora keke ko hare na milo mayo sasalo nukpeta manu abo adru kum adru mayo mi obeti keke dagbe jimi kurugo hogo tichia ahanami mayo afanago afagbo majizo kokesu pepe to mazole me edape abidi mayo poli gbe meji eku meji oli meji ti meji loso meji ngoli meji abla meji akla meji buda meji sa meji ka meji tupu meji tula meji lete meji che meji fu meji poli che tula mayo klobo vile kuma fu atabade obwana tabade enyade mafo yedi do da kai yakake aharami lo nyawelo do tabe adela pojo abli befo eno afana o de jide do gbe la o han adekama chachu chichi ho be gbagula lipo ya to gba gbo dagbe mi ne ba lo la se se ne ba gbe ne ba ngbo yi ne ba lo go na se amalo. Okay, we are now ready to go, and we can now start to take your comments. I think let's start from the bottom, because maybe yeah, start from the very bottom. So we have a Soloku. I say we receive that is just now, right?
Yes.
Okay. So then let's go from. Okay, we have a big sister Luna Nicosa Blessings, Papa and AMT family. Happy Sunday. I'm grateful to join today's section. You are very much welcome, big sister Luna Nicole, and we are happy to see you here. Thank you very much. Yeah, we have Ade Kote. Ade Kote says, yes, nothing is easy in world. Yes, it is true. Thank you very much. And then Soloku, as he say, I say thank you very much for that. And then Soloku earlier had said, good day, Papa. Good day, Soloku. How are you? It's been a while. Thank you very much for joining us today. And then we have a Soloku saying, we received the blessing. Yes, for sure. God's blessing of the ancestors, and the blessing of the spirits of nature will be with all of you. Thank you very much. Then we have Kokoro say, hello, Baba. Say hello to you and the team. Thank you very much, Kokoro. Aminande. Thank you. I'm very grateful. And then Chairman saying, how are you? We are doing very well, Chairman. Thank you all very much for joining today's session. We are on, and I'm sitting here now. So please send in your questions and share the today's section on other people's or your friends. Listen so that they can also make comments and come and learn something to guide their life. We are all grateful for you, for all of you coming here. Thank you. Yeah, we are on YouTube, and we have I am Khadija. So greetings, Papa. Angela, oh hello, Aminji. Good afternoon. So AMT family, I look forward to us having another great section. Yes, very, very true, Angie, and my regards to you and your beautiful children and your husband, Torafe. I'm grateful. Thank you for joining. I think we haven't heard from Tagbeji Bezan last week and also this week. I don't know what's going on. Almost 2 weeks now, we have not heard from Tagbeji Bezan. I wish he is well, and I pray that the ancestors and spirits continue guiding him. Thank you very much. And then we are back on Facebook, Africa Magic Temple. Okay, we don't have anybody on African Magic Temple and nobody on ReVodution Voodoo Education as at the moment. Thank you all very much. Okay, I think you can play some more videos, and then people's comments and questions will come. We'll see how it goes. I've said that Jesus Christ was Elijah come back. If reincarnation were not real, The Yorubas will not call anybody Babatunde, Iyatunde, Yetunde, and all this thing. And the accounts wouldn't have any name like Ababio. And I believe in other cultures, there may be similar names that glorify reincarnation. So reincarnation is real. And in science, it is said that, what is it? Is it atom or cannot be destroyed? They can only, energy cannot be destroyed, can only mutate and change forms, but it can never be destroyed. And our inner selves, our souls are the energy that is running this physical body. It cannot be destroyed. It can only change, mutate, and take different forms, but it cannot. So definitely there is reincarnation. And then Kwaku Mark is saying, okay, well, explain. Thanks for your response. I'm grateful to you, Kwaku Mark. And then Joe's Lord is saying that, please, how long do you may see sometimes, if you are a person who dreams, there are some people who do not dream at all. In your dream, sometimes you see that you have gone to a place, and that place in the dream, the place is a familiar place to you. It doesn't look strange, and you can remember the place very well. But when you wake up, you have no idea of such a place in the physical world. So such could be some of the things that can be flashed back to you in your from your past life, but it is not something you can really know by just remembering that, okay, I was this. Like people say there were King Solomon in their past life. I don't know how many King Solomons were there, but people will say, oh, there were kings and this and that. They told them that their past life they were kings, they were rich people, they were this, they were that. But this life they are now rich and this and that. And I don't know. But I think the only thing you can see from your past life will be some flashes. But even that one, you will not be very sure. Unless in a reading or when an initiation takes place and then something show up there who you were in your past life, then you can know that maybe that's the reason why you are following this path that you are following now. But for me, like, for instance, like me, when I was initiated into Afa, it is there that so many things came clearly known to me that in my past life I was a spiritual person, and maybe I left it off when I died, and then maybe not in maybe one past life, and here I am again in this current life where I am alive, and I was born in a Christian home, even though my grandfather was a traditionalist. I was born in a Christian home because my father went to school, so he was a Christian. So by going to Christian school, you must become a Christian. So my father didn't really took us on his father's line, and we knew that our grandfather had a shrine, and we used to go there from time to time to his house, but I was too young to know. But somehow, I personally was interested in spirituality from childhood. My mother has also taken me around so many shrines from childhood. But then it is my destiny that directed me to them so that they could start teaching me. And then when I got to a point where I could make a decision, I took my decision so that I can become a spiritual person. And here I am today teaching you. So there's a lot of people cannot really know their past life that they were until you are being initiated, or maybe through some spiritual consultation, it may show. That's what I can tell. Thank you very much, Scott CM, for that beautiful question. Bring them back, but they are choosing, or they are the way of choice is not like, oh, I want to go here. It is the vibration that, or the wavelength that the spirit, I wish I have a blackboard here so I could explain, draw things to you, but I will use my voice to kind of analyze. See, when the soul leaves the body, let's say the soul is here, and when it is here, everything in this universe, whether physical or spirit, has a vibration. And that vibration, maybe the soul which left the body will be there vibrating like that, pulsating, and then sending waves like a satellite. Okay? Let's say, yeah, like a satellite in the sky. That's how the soul is. Of course, it's not physical to the human eye, but then it's there. It's like a satellite and shining. So when there is a device like my phone, when there's a device like my phone, which has elements in it that can attract the waves of this particular satellite, then it will travel into the phone, then will take the communication can take place. So when a bodiless soul is up there like a satellite and pulsating and sending out vibration and wavelengths, if a physical fetus is formed between a man and a woman's copulation, if the man was a thief and the woman was also a kind of a thief, or let's say a prostitute, let's say so. There's nothing wrong with somebody being a prostitute or somebody being a thief. That is what their destiny brought them to do. So if these two people join together, so inside that fetus, there is the element of doubt, there's an element of cheating, there's the element of deceit, there's an element of disappointment, and then the element of trying to take something that belonged to somebody which doesn't belong to them. Let's use that. And if this bodiless soul had been that kind of person in the past, before they died, then it will attract them into this place. And then they will come and take form here. And then slowly, after 9 months, they are born on the physical plane. That's why I always advise people that when you are choosing a woman to have a child with, make a very conscious desire the kind of children you want to born. It depends on the kind of children you want to born and give birth to that will come to you. So you choose a woman or a man whose mind is in the same wavelength with you, so that you both can bring children from that same kind of wavelength, from the spirit world or from the world that is above us or below us or wherever it may be. So that's what it means. So even if the soul will choose, it has to select the one that has the same kind of vibration, wavelength, congenial to it, to be able to hook up to be born. Listen, this one has another problem. I don't know what is this. What is this? What do they ask us to do? What is it?
It's like a challenge or a test.
But why should they send us? Is it TikTok sending?
It's soft, sorry.
Yeah, but what do they want us to do? To know whether we are doing, what is the question?
It's just like a test. If sometimes to just confirm that They usually will do it for internet systems to see if it's a robot or not. But for TikTok, I'm not sure.
Maybe they are introducing it because this is the first time I've seen it. So maybe it's a new thing they are introducing because a whole lot of things happening in the world. So maybe robots can also be doing things. So probably because they too, it's automatic machines. So yeah. So the soul doesn't actually choose, but it is the selection is depending on the actions that that particular bodiless soul had taken in life when they were living. So that's what it is. Thank you very much, Prince, for that question. I hope you understand. I don't know how in which better way I can explain it, but this is how it is.
I've ever since watching her pass away. Sometimes that moment replays in my mind.
Sure.
And I feel like I seen like her soul like leaving her body, but like not like how people like say they imagining things, but from a real practical standpoint.
Yes, I am very, very, very much aware of what you are saying. I know what you are saying, but it is very difficult to translate it or transmit it or translate it to people to understand because people have a different understanding of when the soul leaves the body. Yes, go ahead. So what did you experience?
So I was seeing that how the soul and the body are like two different things. And it was like, so if it's the thing that I could explain it, the best way I could explain it is like when a person, you have a car, but it's, when the car is driving, it's somebody in the car that's driving the car, but when the car stops and there's nobody in the car, the car cannot do anything.
Yes.
So that's what it was like for me. And like when I saw her body there laying lifeless, I could tell like she wasn't here anymore. Like it's like I wasn't really connected to her body. Like I wasn't attached to her body to want to stay. Like, no, my granny is here, but I really felt that she was no longer there anymore in that body.
Yes.
And Papa, I was just wondering and just thinking like how for us to operate in the physical realm, like our bodies are like our vehicles to operate in the physical realm, but our spirit or our SA will, go into the spiritual realm. Like how you say that spirits can do things that we can't do, but we can do things that spirits can't do.
Exactly. That's why the human beings are partnering with spirit, in the sense that the spirits can do something and they also cannot do certain things. In the physical world, you need a physical body to be able to function. And the spirit does not have a physical body. They are also entities, but they do not have physical body. So for them to be able to work here successfully, they need a partner. And that partner is a human being who has a physical body that they can work through and get their work done. It is just the same like the inner self, which is the destiny or our essay, embodies this physical body when the fetus took place in the mother's womb. Then any destiny in the, let me call them bodiless soul, the bodiless soul, which is the same thing like is our say, has got some qualities and has got certain things, or if I may say, wavelength or vibrations. So whenever a fetus is formed in the womb of a woman, if the vibrations of the fetus, depending on what vibrations of the male and the female semen and ova that form that vibration or form that fetus, has the same vibration with a bodiless soul, that soul will travel into that particular fetus and now come and engage with it and become one with it, and later would be born as a child.
Yes.
So it carries all the data from its past lives, and now comes into this world to be born as a baby, and as it's growing slowly getting to a point, the desires of the old data that it has carried into the physical world will start manifesting. That's why you can be born even a twin, but one twin is more towards one way and the other twin is going towards another way. And then even in certain cases, one twin is more successful while the other twin is not successful, because even though they were born by the same woman, they have different destinies.
Yes.
So when the time of, during the time these souls are in the physical body and growing up, they have different paths, they have so many different interests. Sometimes they may have the same interest in certain things, but not in all things. And when the time comes for the soul to live, like you said, you use a vehicle, a car as an analysis or analogy. You use the physical body is a vehicle for the soul, or the vehicle for the essay. And when it gets to a point that the physical body, which is the vehicle, gets tired, get destroyed, either through sickness, old age, or through some unexpected happenings, then the driver, which is the essay or the soul, will get out of the car, and the car can be destroyed, but the soul is never destroyed.
Yes, Papa, that's exactly, Papa, and that's the thing that I've been realizing, like, it's something, it just makes me see more that it's something way beyond just the life that we know here today.
Exactly. And this